Building and Facilities Construction Committee meeting of Wednesday, January 18th, 2023 at 4 PM will now come to order at 4:05. And I just ask everybody to give their name for the recorder.
Linda Brown.
Fred Fontaine.
Bob Wormy.
Matthew Benoit.
And Shirley Mazinski. All right, the first thing on the agenda, and I apologize for not getting it out to you sooner, but it's the annual report that Jen had, and probably Matt Benoit had reviewed and want us to approve for the town book. Do we have any comments, questions?
Looks good to me.
Looks good to me.
I make a motion to approve the Building, Facilities, and Construction Committee report for the town book
As
Second.
presented.
as presented.
Motion made by Linda, seconded by Fred. All in favor? Aye.
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 Oppose? Abstain? So voted. And I do want to mention, is it Ray? Roy? Ray is
Ray.
absent. I did not hear from him. Hopefully, all is well. Okay. Second item on the agenda, we're still in the process of the needs assessment and feasibility considerations, supporting options for public safety and/or highway department building projects. And you all had the RFQ to go out, and I did remind you to review it before the 11th, although it was out there. Do you have any input on that?
Was this the RFQ?
No.
No. I didn't have an
It
RFQ.
was the bit, it was the thicker package.
That you got when we were here? Really?
Most of it was forms.
I had two stapled in mine, but I did ask Lisa, and Fred, you picked yours up.
I did,
Because
yep.
you were ill, yeah. So if you can't find it, Linda, but basically, it was out there, and
Out there, was it email? But we got it at the last meeting.
we got it at the last meeting. Yeah. If you want to give us some input on
Yes, I
that?
did.
Sure. So the request for quotes did go out a couple weeks ago. They are scheduled to be opened on the 25th next week.
Yeah?
We did hold a Q&A, and we did have 8 attendees from 8 separate companies. They only asked 3 questions, but it was nice to see a decent turnout for
Yeah.
folks interested in the project. I'm excited to see what comes in by the 25th.
Yeah.
And when we open them, but that's mostly all the update I have for now. You guys are familiar with what it is and.
Right.
Okay. So,
The, I did email Matt Wojcik to tell him that the date needed to be changed, because the one that I received had a date of 2021, I believe,
oh, okay.
that was supposed to go out.
Well, it has already been out and advertised on the register and all that.
All right, good.
Hopefully that change was caught.
Yes. So the opening will be on the 25th, you said?
At noon, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we can come and sit in on the opening of the bids if we want to.
Yes.
All right. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
I don't think we'll be doing the reviewing and qualifying and
Right.
the scoring. Mr. Wojcik is actually out that day, so I'll be opening them.
Yeah.
Just kind of taking note of who they are, where they're from, and making a list of who submitted bids.
Sure.
And then in the following days or so, then we'll be doing the qualification process.
Yep. Anybody, questions?
No.
No? Okay. Status of the oil spill. We're hoping this is done, but
It's not done yet, but they dug all the test holes recently. It's moving to close pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm also hoping this is off the agenda soon. But it's a short update from the town administrator, just that we dug all the test holes recently, the final ones, and they're moving to a final close soon. So, that's all I have.
okay. That's been going on too long. Green Communities, do you have anything new on that?
I have much more on that.
All
That's-
right.
That's the one I'm good at.
That's yours, yeah?
Yes. So, last we left off, we submitted our final report
Yeah.
for our projects from last year. It was kicked back to us due to a financial discrepancy of about $280, however it was found. We did our final walkthrough with the DOER rep, who is going to sign off on it when we've corrected the $281 discrepancy, which was submitted earlier this week. Just waiting for a DOER to be okay with the numbers. They will then sign off and release the final disbursement, which is about $25,000, 25% of the original grant. And once we receive that, the project is closed and we are eligible to apply for our next round. That's all that's left for that project, but as far as the next round, I would only assume that you may ask what we might apply for. Not totally sure yet, but what we are going to do is switch our project expediters. We've been working with a
Right.
company called Innovis Energy, who's done some audits at a lot of our town facilities so far. They were scheduled to visit the schools yesterday. I
Okay,
believe that took place. I just don't have any results from that yet, but I would expect to get some,
recommendation?
yes, from the schools. And then when we have the schools and the towns collectively, we will examine them for what has the best ROI and submit that with our green community. One thing I did say at a previous meeting was, I wasn't certain if we had reached the 750,000 threshold as a community. When you hit that threshold, you're only allowed to apply for 100,000 in grants. We actually have not hit that threshold, although I thought we had. So we are eligible to apply for up to 250,000. So we'll see what we get from this new audit. It's like starting with a clean slate, so to speak, and we'll choose the best projects to make the most sense.
Right, oh, that's good.
So what's the timeline on that, when you'll know if we can?
They haven't opened the new round for applications yet, so usually it's March,
Okay.
but it could be sooner, so as long as we get ours closed out, which we are doing, we can apply. And it's an application I've submitted many times, so
Right,
I'm ready to do that again.
and what's the name of the company that's not, working?
Innovis, Inovis. They're out of Rhode Island.
Okay. Anybody, questions? Hopefully, we can get some more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, municipal backup generator, still waiting.
Has been ordered. We are awaiting its arrival.
Yes,
This might be the same update from last meeting, but
Yes.
that's the update.
okay, all right. Item D, Bad Luck Pond Outlet Bridge.
This one can be successfully removed from our agenda.
They did their,
The finances that were overdue to one of the project managers, that matter has been resolved.
okay,
And Mr. Wojcik said this can now be removed from the agenda. It is closed.
Which one?
The Cedar
Municipal-
Street Bridge.
oh, I'm sorry,
Item D.
Bad Luck Pond?
Yes.
yeah.
So do we need a motion to remove that from the agenda?
It won't hurt, you can,
I make a motion to remove,
yeah?
Wasn't there some final plantings or something?
Yes, there was, I don't.
I believe the seating was done, but we,
no, the conservation stuff.
that would be governed by its order of conditions and a certificate of compliance to be closed out. Not totally sure on that, end, but I thought that was.
Because I know that Matt had said the end of last year, I think it was October, that they had to do that. And I
They
said,
were
well,
still-
it's warm enough.
I remember when that happened
Warming up
also.
today.
Yeah.
No.
So they would have had to put the seatings down prior to during the growing season in October, so I would anticipate they would have done that if Mr. Wojcik told me that we could take this off our agenda.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
for
had the
sure.
same thought, but do we want to wait to confirm that?
We can,
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah,
That's fine.
Okay.
we can, good idea. Item E, municipal fire alarm.
This one is on hold until after the roof.
Yep. Public safety radio system.
Okay, so, this one has a lot of notes.
Hopefully done.
Over this weekend, it was discovered there was a fiber network issue, but it was fixed. They provisioned all the switches this weekend. They're on schedule to cut over to the new system late next week or early February because the company Marcus has been installing and updating equipment throughout many of the buildings. So it appears to be on schedule. I don't have an estimated time for when it will be switching over to the new system. That is what I have.
It's taken a lot longer than what we had hoped, but
But ongoing, it's not experiencing delays right now, which is nice.
okay. Okay, good. Municipal main roof replacement. Has he made any progress in doing an RFQ for that one?
I don't believe so. I don't actually know. But an expert came recently to take the roof samples for preparation for the spring bid.
Okay.
So it doesn't appear that's been done yet, or the RFQ yet, but
Heat pumps for the fire station.
oh, I apologize. On the previous one?
Yeah, main
no,
roof, the
I'm sorry. I'm
roof.
getting all sorts of screwed up. The heat pumps, Mr. Wojcik recommends we update that to, instead of reading heat pumps, just to read HVAC for fire station.
Okay.
But the Board of Selectmen last night approved spending no more than $300K for design and implementation for that.
Heat pumps?
Yeah, well, the HVAC.
HVAC, you're right. Good.
And in order of operations, that would have to happen before the electrical piece, which is the next item on the agenda,
Okay.
for which I don't have updates for. I apologize for the short updates in Mr.
That's
Wojcik's
all
absence
right.
today. Any questions, I'll happily pass along.
I'm just making notes. Okay, fire station upgrade.
I don't have an update for that, just because the HVAC has to happen first, and the
Yeah.
BOS just to approve those funds.
Okay. I do believe the generator is on hold, it's been, we just haven't got it yet. Again, another, yeah. And we don't have any minutes. We do have upcoming meetings on the 15th of February. and
You missed
the
number
15th of March. Yeah. ARPA funding and qualification discussion.
I do have something for that.
Okay.
The Board of Selectmen also approved last night to spend no more than $225,000 for various security arrangements at the schools. I would only assume that involves
What's that?
cameras,
I'll let him know.
and
Yeah.
other security measures.
Yeah.
like that. But
Okay.
they had $525,000 to work with last night, and the Selectmen split it up with $300K to the fire station HVAC and $225 for the school security systems.
Okay. Questions, anybody? So those two are going to be under ARPA funds. Okay.
I anticipate I will probably be more involved with these updates moving forward. So I should
That's
have more
good.
information as I learn more about the projects.
That's good. Thank you. Anybody, any questions before we adjourn? We do not have any minutes, and I don't think we've had any since maybe October.
We did October, so we're missing November and December.
Yeah, good. All right. Anyone? Comments, questions? If not, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Motion made by Fred Fontaine, seconded by Bob Wormy to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourning at,
4:18?
thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.